She thought she was exposing me. She didn't realize she was burning down the only illusion keeping this family together. The silence after she flipped that laptop still rings in my ears. I'll never forget that Thanksgiving. But before we get into the chaos that turned my world upside down, hey everyone, quick reminder, if you enjoy stories where the tables turn and justice serves itself cold, please make sure to subscribe. It's quick, it's free, and it helps us keep bringing you wild real-life stories like this one. Now, let's start from the beginning. My name's Sarah. I'm 38, and honestly, this has been simmering inside me for a long time. Have you ever grown up in one of those families where there's the golden child and then there's, well, you? The invisible one. The one who blends into the background while the spotlight is glued to someone else. That was my childhood to a T. When I was little, everything was fine. Not perfect, my parents weren't the hug every 5 minutes type, but they were there. Dad would sometimes take me fishing out on Lake St. Clair, Mom helped with homework. We weren't the Brady Bunch, but we were stable. Then came the night everything shifted. I remember Aunt Kelly shaking me awake at 2 a.m. Her voice was tight, the kind adults use when they're trying not to scare you. Sweetheart, pack a bag. Your mom's in the hospital. Mom wasn't due for weeks. Rachel, my little sister, was coming early. Very early. The following weeks were a blur of whispered conversations, hospital hallways, and grown-ups pretending everything was fine. I'd peek through glass at this tiny, fragile baby tangled in tubes and wires. I wasn't allowed to touch her. I wasn't even allowed to get close. And that was the first time I felt it. An invisible wall going up between me and the rest of the family. When they brought Rachel home, our house turned into a sterilized lab. I'm talking industrial-strength disinfectant, hand sanitizer stations in every corner, bleach stinging the back of my throat like a chemical slap. Mom became obsessed with germs. And me? If I so much as sneezed, boom, I was shipped off to Grandma Marie or Aunt Kelly's house like a walking biohazard. At first, it felt like an adventure. Grandma baked cookies. Aunt Kelly had this amazing collection of Nancy Drew books I devoured like candy. But kids aren't dumb. Eventually, it hit me, I wasn't being treated. I was being handled. Like a problem. Rachel was the sun, and I was just an orbiting rock. I threw myself into achievements, good grades, awards, piano recitals, thinking maybe, just maybe, they'd notice me again. But no matter what I did, Rachel's sniffle or recital always overshadowed me. I'll never forget being 12, practicing for months to play Bridge Over Troubled Water at the school talent show, only to look out into the crowd and see no one from my family. Not one familiar face.